So you're looking at wanting to start a media ministry and you want to know what do you need and what components, what skills, what tech do you need to be in place. We're going to go through that through a series of videos, but in this one, we want to talk about the main thing that's going to be the keystone, the cornerstone to hold all of that together, and is leadership. Are you worth following when you're going to be running your media ministry? Let's talk about that. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. It's your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron by clicking one of the links down below. All right, so your media ministry is going to start with you, preferably, if you're the ones listening to this, as a leader. There are some essential things that need to be that you see in history from great leaders, and that same skills we can learn and implement in your media ministry. Let me go ahead and call this out right now, because this will save yourself a whole lot of time. You are going to be a leader of your media ministry. That doesn't make you a king. That doesn't make you an emperor. That doesn't make you a president. Even if you have the title of a president, you are just the conduit that all people come through as an authority. But you do not treat any of your people who are going to be in your media ministry as your underlings, as your employees, or anything like that. They are all equal. Hopefully, as a leader, one of the main things that you're looking to find, even though it's your first day at being a leader, is finding who can be your replacement. The whole thing when it comes to leadership, a good leader is looking for the skills of somebody else to promote them so that they have an exit strategy. Meaning that, like for me, when I was playing piano for so many years at the churches I played at, I wasn't just there as a musician. I was looking to see who could be my apprentice so that I can pour more into them so that as their skill rises up, I can back away. Because again, I don't know about anybody else. I don't want to be in charge of the media ministry for the next 80 years. I didn't want to be playing on the piano and organ for the next 80 years in a position of leadership. I think personally, I think that's selfish. I think the idea is to find out, just like I'm passing off what I know to you, is to keep that going, pass that off to somebody else who's shown themselves that they may have the propensities to be that next leader. Because again, what's the point of you being there over time? You want to be able to delegate. And actually, I'm going into another video we're going to be working on is delegation. But anyway, the idea is a leader. It's just like a coach. You try to bring out the best in people and you promote people and pour more into them when you see that they have that skill to do it. And ultimately, you want to see who you can find and train to be your replacement. This isn't a job market where you want to keep people down so that they don't take your position. For me, leadership and being somebody worth following and being transparent about that is finding somebody that you can pour yourself into and then you don't hide it. You know, that's what I think from a leader standpoint is. Now, another thing that I talk about, are you worth following, is what example are you making? Are you just somebody just sitting high up, just throwing out orders, telling people to do this? Or are you someone who's able to be in the trenches with everybody else? Like I remember when I was in the Marines and I was a section clerk and I was assigned with giving people fire watch duty for the weekend and everything like that, or telling them to clean up this and that and all these other orders. I would tell them that, but then most of the time I would be there with them. And I remember Staff Sergeant Stevens told me, like, Holmes, why are you doing that? And I was like, well, sir, I believe that a good leader is one who can tell orders, but also is willing to do it as well, too. So in your media ministry role as a leader, show that all the stuff that you're asking people to do, you are willing to do as well. You're not giving them this task because you just don't want to do it. You give it to them because you need them to do it, to make the whole organization work together. That's a skill of a leader, showing that, hey, I'm just not throwing out orders. I'm willing to do the very same thing that you're doing. And then that also follows up that you're everything you're expecting everybody to do, the extra study, the watching of videos, the reading up of stuff, to investing your time to learn this. The people in your media ministry learn that from you. Are you demonstrating and showing that? Now, a third thing I would say is, again, just like the one we just talked about, is continued education. Are you still trying to stay up to speed with the things that are going on? Now, again, as somebody who's been in media for so long, I can honestly tell you, you're never going to keep up with everything. But you need to be learning something continuously because stuff is changing so fast. I mean, shoot, look at YouTube and Facebook. The features that we have changed so much in the 7 years I've been doing this. Actually, longer than 7 years, like in the 12 years I've been doing this. It's changed. Now, if I had this mindset of I've learned enough, that's it, and I stay here and I want to put my stake in the ground on your level of knowledge, that is a moment in time that is not going to exist anymore. Everything is moving on. So again, it used to be, oh, we just need to post a video. Now YouTube has reels, okay? Or, not reels, but shorts. And then, okay, now the shorts, okay, let me start making that. Now the shorts lead into long form videos. And then now you can do shorts that reply to comments. I mean, it's so much stuff that's changed that if you were stuck in just one level of skill, you're going to be behind. And again, from a leader, we're talking about, are you worth following? The idea is you're setting the standard for everybody in your media ministry. Going from how early do you get there? Do you get there if service starts at 10 and you get there at 9:55? You do realize that means that most of the people in your media are going to end up showing at 10:05. I remember when I was in band at Hampton, it used to be on time is late. And I love that because that's how we were doing in the military. If you're supposed to be there at 9, if what we're doing starts at 9, you should be there 15 to 20 minutes before. That's just me. But again, it's showing your dedication. You set the example of what you want people to follow. If you give this level of effort, most of the time people are going to give that. So what's your standard? So if you want people to be there on time, which is 9:30, you be there at 9. And then now when everybody else in your media comes in, they're like, man, you're always here. You don't have to say it. They can see it. Every time when I was in in all of my media ministries, I'm always the first one there. No one gets there before me because I want to set a standard of an expectation. It's like, oh no, AJ's never late, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to show you. It's the same way I did in choir rehearsal. Hey, choir rehearsal starts at 7. AJ's there at 6:15. So when y'all come in, I'm already ready. Now I'm waiting on you. Now, one of the last things I would add to are you worth following from a leadership position in media ministry is having a clear, defined vision. Now, at all of the ministries I've been at, especially at Signs and Wonders right now, I have it on the board that comes into the media area. And it says that media, and I'm going to summarize it because I don't remember it verbatim how I wrote it out. But it's pretty much that the role of the media ministry is to deliver and transmit the message coming from this ministry, whether in digital or physical form, in a clear, distraction-free method so that we are not in the way, but we're using the technology, whatever form of modern technology is currently available to the best of our abilities to share the message. That's our goal. And knowing that any direction, anything that I do, and I teach my media ministries, the staff that are there, and volunteers, partners, teammates, anything that I go is based on that statement. And again, I've shared this with the Facebook group. I've shared this on our roundtables and I've shared this on here, that my thought when it comes to media ministry is I don't want anything to be a distraction because 3 seconds is all somebody needs to get message, meaning that I want it to be that if somebody's in a terrible position and they just happen to scroll through Facebook or YouTube And if it's 3 seconds that's going to determine life or death, that they're going to be able to hear something that will help them. That's why I'm always about make sure we're streaming on time, make sure we're clear, make sure we got the camera in focus. All of that is so that if anybody on the other side, people that we may not ever meet, can clearly hear the message that could save their life. That's how media is to me. So again, I'm not throwing out and barking orders. All of the things that I say go back to the mission and the vision of the ministry, which is in harmony with the main mission and vision for that given ministry, as in the church, enrolls with the pastor. So again, that's some of the things that I've learned that has helped me with media. And again, I don't know everything. I am constantly still learning and improving how I do stuff, how to deal with people and everything like that. So one thing that I like to do is leaders are readers. I read constantly. And if I had to give any type of book recommendations to help you from this leadership standpoint, I mean, obviously the Bible, but then also one of my favorite books is How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People, and then also The Servant. Both of them are going to be links down below. And please, if you've read any of those books, please leave comments down below and what you got out of it. And again, I'm not just talking about tech, folks. I mean, we can buy all the tech all day long, but we're dealing with people. And we're not going to have people in our team if we don't know how to deal with them. And no one's going to follow you if you don't develop the skills of being a good leader. And hopefully, I want to at least give you a good direction on what you need to try and move forward to help improve what you have going on. So if there are any of these 5 items that jumped out to you, please let me know which one jumped out to you. Or if I missed anything that you feel has benefited your media ministry, please share it down below. I read through all the comments and I try to respond to all of them. But again, hey, this is a community. This is what we're trying to do, because if I can help complement you, hopefully you can help compliment me and we all win together. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will catch you on the next video. Later.